Nigri ni Mwanzo. Gold is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, and Shuan, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. In the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, Imanuel, whose name is Go with us. In the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, Nigratia, land of the goals, Kiswahili, Tower of Babel, man's first tongue, Kunta Kinte. Amani kutoka you, peace from above. Jambo, hello. Fuwa Wasaba Siku. Happy 7th day. Fuha Wasaba Siku. Happy 7th day. Reading from the Book of Life. Kiyabusha Uzima. Reading from the New Testament of Emmanuel. Agano. Ya. Emmanuel. Reading from the Epistole of Paul, the Epistole to the RoMans, chapter 4. What then shall we say that Abraham, our father, has found according to the flesh? And if Abraham was justified by works, he has something to boast about, but not before gold of golds. For what does the scripture say? Abraham believes gold of golds, and it was accounted to him for righteousness. Now to him who works, the wages are not counted as grace, but as debt. But to him who does not work, but believes on him who justifies the ungodly, his faith is accounted for righteousness. Just as David also describes the blessedness of the man to whom God of God imputes righteousness apart from works. Blessed are those whose lawless deeds are forgiven and whose sins are covered. Blessed is the man to whom the God of God shall not impute sin. Does this blessedness then come upon the circumcised only, or upon the uncircumcised also? For we say that faith was accounted to Abraham for righteousness. How then was it accounted? While he was circumcised or uncircumcised? Not while circumcised, but while uncircumcised. And he received the sign of circumcision, a seal of the righteousness of the faith which he had while still uncircumcised, that he might be the father of all those who believe, though they are uncircumcised, that righteousness might be imputed to them also. And the father of circumcision to those who not only are of the circumcision, but who also walk in the steps of the faith, in the faith of the faith which our father Abraham had while still uncircumcised. For the promise that he would be the heir of the world was not to Abraham or to his seed through the law, but through the righteousness of faith. For if those who are of the law are are heirs, faith is made void, and the promise made of no effort, because the law brings about wrath. For where there is no law, there is no transgression. Therefore, it is of faith that it might be according to grace, so that the promise might be sure to all the seed, not only to those who are of the law, but also to those who are of the faith of Abraham, who is the father of us all. As it is written, I have made you a father of many nations, in the presence of him whom he believed, gold of gods, who gives life to the dead and calls those things which do not exist as though they did, who, contrary to hope, in hope believed, so that he became the father of many nations according to what was spoken. So shall your descendants be. As it is written, I have made you a father of many nations in the presence of him whom he believed, God who gives life to the dead and calls those things which do not exist as though they did, who, contrary to hope, in hope believed it, so that he became the father of many nations according to what was spoken, so shall your descendants be. And not being weak in faith, he did not consider his own body already dead, since he was about 100 years old, in the deadness of Sarah's womb. He did not waver at the promise of gold through unbelief, but was strengthened in faith, giving glory to God of gods, and being fully convinced that what he had promised, he was also able to perform. And therefore it was accounted to him for righteousness. Now it was not written for his sake alone that it was imputed to him, but also for us it shall be imputed to us who believe in him who raised up Imanuel, our teacher, from the dead, who was delivered up because of our offenses and was raised because of our justification. Interesting. Let me see. Interesting. Abraham, when he says, but also to those who are of the faith of Abraham, who is the father of us all. Hmm. talking about of the new, because the father of us all is Adam. For the father of Abraham is Adam. When he say the faith of Abraham, who is the father of all. All those who believe in God of gold. Yeah. Right. God of gods. Chosen. Right. It's chosen peoples. Yeah. Most people think it's Abraham, Isaac, Yaakov. But it starts with Noah. So he made his first what's the proper word I'm looking for here? He made his first covenant with Noah when he's told Noah, I will not drown man again. Yeah. I'm going to place the rainbow in the sky as my covenant with man that I will not drown man again. Yeah. So his first covenant was with Noah. Yeah. Then Abraham. Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Yaakov. The last one, Yaakov, when he turned Yaakov, Jacob, to Israel. Yeah. And one more time, 24, who raised up Emmanuel, our teacher, from the dead. Yeah. It's just like I always say, life is a blessing and a curse. Understand? Just like he's saying, the circumcised and the uncircumcised is holy. Yes, because if you are uncircumcised, like Abraham was, and you learning the faith, you are in it the chosen because you have knowledge of the faith. Because you're not uncircumcised does not mean you're unholy. You understand? Because when Abraham first got the knowledge, he was uncircumcised. One more time. So it's all about here. That's what he's saying. It's about where's your mind. Is your mind connected to God of goals? Then if your mind is connected to God of goals, then you don't have to be, but it's more of it for you to be, but it's not that you have to be. You understand what I'm saying? It's not that you cursed because you're not. You're more cursed if you don't look up. You're more cursed if you don't believe that you see up, not look. You are cursed for looking up instead of seeing up to God of God's heaven. One more time. Being uncircumcised and still looking instead of seeing up, it doesn't matter. You circumcised, but you are those who keep letting all those trees block you from seeing the forest, because you're looking at those trees that's blocking you from seeing the forest. One more time. Just like he said, it's going to be a gang of people that have eyes and can't see. You understand? Just like me. I'm part of it, but I'm learning to see. Because I know that at the same time, what life is. Life is accepting for Acts of the Apostles, chapter 4, verse 12. There's only one name and one name only given to man on the face of this earth, which is a guarantee to heaven, and that is Matthew 1:23, Imanuel, because his name has meaning, and the meaning of his name first and foremost is gold. First and foremost is gold. Then with us. And if you faith and put in him, then it turns from not just God with us, God with me, because your faith is in He, God of gods, who sent Emmanuel. Oops. One more time. Your faith is in He who sent Emmanuel. My big brother can be yours too. Because one more time, you have to pay attention. God of gods, allow them to manipulate the book of life. He is allowing me to see the book of life, to teach the book of life. One more time. His name is Emmanuel. His name ain't God with us. I did not place it there. It was placed there for the world to see. But the chosen few is really going to see. Because so many people is looking, but they can't see. Because the first thing they're going to say, oh, Matthew 1:23, Emmanuel, oh, means God with us. That's just another name for oops. Because they looking. I see. See for yourself. Emmanuel, walk with us. One more time. Everywhere you see Jesus, replace it with Emmanuel. Every time you think about Jesus, replace it with Emmanuel. Because when you start thinking Jesus, you no longer even thinking about Jesus. Because you now know Jesus is their God. Let them have their God. They got Allah. They got Buddha. They got Jehovah. They got Jesus. In the name of Emmanuel. Trip seas, trip seas, trip seas. Cool, on, collected. WWW, whole wide world. Nigri ni Mwanzo. War is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, in the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, I-M-A-N-U-E-L, whose name means God with us. In the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, N-I-G-R-I-T-I-A, which means land of the gods. Kiswahili, Tower of Babel, man's first tongue, Kunta King K. Amani Kutoka, you peace from above. In the name of Emmanuel.